On this Honda CR-V, B121D points to a communication problem between the climate control unit and the humidity/in-car temperature sensor. In plain terms, the control unit may not be getting a clean signal from that sensor circuit. The customer may notice automatic climate control behavior that seems inaccurate or inconsistent. The possible fault areas often include the sensor circuit wiring, connector condition, the shared power feed, the communication lines, the sensor itself, or the climate control unit. Treat this like a guided electrical diagnosis. Verify the code first, then separate power, communication wiring, shorts, opens, and finally the control side decision. Start by clearing the DTC with the HDS. Turn the vehicle OFF, then back on and run the climate control self-diagnostic. Now check whether the fault returns. If it does, continue with the circuit checks. If it does not return, treat it as intermittent and inspect for loose wires or poor connections in the humidity/in-car temperature sensor circuit. Before you narrow this to only the sensor branch, look at the bigger fault picture. If other short circuit faults are present at the same time, there may be an open or a short to body ground in the power 5V circuit. That matters because a shared power side problem can make this code show up along with other faults. Next, check the sensor 5V line. Turn the vehicle OFF, disconnect the humidity/in-car temperature sensor 4P connector, then turn the vehicle on. Measure voltage from connector No. 1 to body ground. You are looking for about 5V. If about 5V is present, the power feed is good enough to move on to the sensor communication return checks. If about 5V is not present, go straight to the power feed open circuit check later in the path. With the vehicle OFF, disconnect the climate control unit 32P connector as well. Now check continuity from climate control unit connector No. 23 to humidity/in-car temperature sensor connector No. 3. If continuity is present, the sensor COM wire is OK and you can continue. If there is no continuity, repair the open in that wire between the climate control unit and the humidity/in-car temperature sensor. Now use a jumper at the disconnected sensor connector between No. 2 and No. 4. With both the climate control unit 32P connector and the sensor 4P connector disconnected, check continuity between climate control unit connector No. 4 and No. 5. If continuity is present, continue to the next check. If it is not present, the path branches to identify which of the two communication wires is open. Leave the jumper installed between sensor connector No. 2 and No. 4. Check continuity from climate control unit connector No. 4 to body ground. If continuity is present, the next step separates which communication wire is shorted to ground. If there is no continuity, move to the check for a short between the HUM CLK and HUM data wires. If the previous check showed continuity to ground, remove the jumper and check continuity from climate control unit connector No. 4 to body ground. If continuity is still present, repair a short to ground in the HUM data wire between the climate control unit and the humidity/in-car temperature sensor. If continuity is not present, repair a short to ground in the HUM CLK wire between those same two components. If the earlier voltage check failed, turn the vehicle OFF, disconnect the climate control unit 32P connector, and check continuity from climate control unit connector No. 17 to humidity/in-car temperature sensor connector No. 1. If continuity is present, replace the climate control unit. If continuity is not present, repair the open in the wire between the climate control unit and the humidity/in-car temperature sensor. If the check across the jumped HUM data and HUM CLK pair did not show continuity, remove the jumper. Then check continuity from climate control unit connector No. 4 to humidity/in-car temperature sensor connector No. 2. If continuity is present, repair an open in the HUM CLK wire. If continuity is not present, repair an open in the HUM data wire. If the earlier ground check did not show continuity, remove the jumper and check continuity between climate control unit connector No. 4 and No. 5. If continuity is present, repair the short between the HUM data and HUM CLK wires. If there is no continuity, continue to the final control unit check. For the final check, reconnect the climate control unit 32P connector. At the disconnected humidity/in-car temperature sensor connector, jumper no, 2 to no. 4. Turn the vehicle on, then press and hold the auto and on/OFF buttons. If the mode indicator turns on, replace the humidity/in-car temperature sensor. If the mode indicator does not turn on, replace the climate control unit. After any wiring repair or supported component replacement, verify the repair by going back to the first check. Clear the DTC, cycle the vehicle OFF and on, run the climate control self-diagnostic, and confirm the fault does not return. The key is to let the circuit tests tell you whether the problem is power feed, sensor COM, HUM data, HUM CLK, the sensor, or the climate control unit. For more diagnostic training, visit Diagnostics.com.